Right, so it does seem like my microphone, well, I hope my microphone is back. And we'll be jumping into this matchup. Going to be taken away with the scopes first round, see if we can grab any action with them, as Distant is still going to fall back towards that spawn site. Not really too sure about which area is going to be covering, while Isuba are pushing up towards this A site. We do see Finta pushing forward. Shroom's already on that bomb site. Tomsky starts us off here with a nade. First nade of this map, or first kill of this map, as he takes out Trunk. Shroom pushing up those stairs as Tomsky grabs the second one of this round. Does get shut down by Mysak in the end. And Distance going to be taken out by Shroom. Isuba looking strong as they push up onto this A side. Vithos is going to be covering up here in mid. He's trying to lay a little bit of a distraction here on this A bomb site as his teammate is pushing around the back. Can Rapture find anything? Yeah, he has actually spotted a player, but unfortunately none of the bullets connect. And we do see Sax is taking out Rapture, but Vithos taking out Shroom 1-on-2, as Vithos is sitting in a rather disadvantaged position. And he doesn't have much cover moving forward onto that bomb side, while Sax has got a nice little wall in front of him. And Mysak is leaning on those stairs. Sax is going to shut down Vithos. First round going to the Isuba side. And as I was going to add on to what you're still saying, people, guys, if you just missed it, if you did just miss it, and you are just tuning in, we did see BallerS taking the first map on strike, which was a 13-11 if I'm not mistaken. And then Isuba bringing it back in overtime on Crash to win it 4-1 in overtime. And now we are on the third map here. Isuba 1 round in the lead so far, and take it away.
Copy me there. Tom has taken out Shroom as he did push through the market area, as BallerS are finding themselves with an early advantage in this defensive round. Isuba proving on the last round that they are good at the offensive side on this map. They do have some worth here. As Mysak gets tagged by Finte to injure his life, as Finte gets a frag onto Rapture. Mysak taking down Tom with Vithos replying on Sexaz. 2 players remaining against the 3 BallerS defenders. And the pressure is on for Isuba. If they can pick off this round, they're going to utterly demoralise the BallerS side. And that's something they really want to be doing this early on in the game. If they can get an early advantage, even if it's only a mental one, it's going to prove so vital. And Distant getting that frag onto Mysak, and it falls down to Finte to wrap up this round. He does have the bomb. He doesn't have to make the effort, the epic journey to try and retrieve the explosives, but still has a lot of work to do on that B site. Obviously, the BallerS players will be in position to try and stop that bomb plant, or at least to shut him down as soon as it does in fact go down. Indeed, they do seem to be rotating. There is one in Wooden as the smoke goes down, and Finte is soon to be in a whole heap of trouble. Wallbangs are going to go in. Finte is surely going to get taken down, if not knife. There's one on the booth. He does get tagged up, and Vithos will shut him down. BallerS here getting their first round on defense.
It seemed that the BallerS side just wanted to set up a little bit of a defensive perimeter, as of course there was that smoke on the bomb side. They don't want to rush into the smoke and needlessly be shut down, so they'll just, waited for the smoke to clear, waited for Finta to push out, and easily picked up that frag. Moving on here into the third round, let's take it away with Distance, see if he can get us an opening scope shot here. What will he be up to? It looks like he's actually going for that A side, so we're going to peek over here to Finta to see if he can find Distant on this A side. Just got to be careful for some exploding cars, no doubt. And we'll be hiding away from that side of car park. He's pushing up inch by inch, making his way forward with the rest of his team. He has got the bomb, so he's going to be the one that needs to try and get that plant down. Distance takes a shot to what can only be his head, as there wasn't much else exposed. And Shroom's going to be shutting down Distant. Good teamwork there and good communication from those two. All 5 players moving in onto this A bomb site for Isuba. There's not much BallerS can do to stop them getting this bomb down. Tom's going to try and peek around this corner. Can he pick up the one frag? No, he won't be able to. Trunk and Sax is both getting frags. Trunk getting a second one. Shroom finishing it off onto John, and that's going to take it to 2-1.
BallerS just running into Isuba's arms there. They faked it, they took one down, they faked it, they took another one down. They just kept peeking without fear, and it cost BallerS the round. Anyway, going into the third round, Isuba will be looking to make a push by the looks of things, with the bomb swinging around towards that A site, with 3 players picking off in that middle area. Hopefully going to be pushing over quite soon towards that A arch to lend their teammates some assistance. The bomb carrier has hung back, trying not to drop the bomb in a position that is too exposed, as indeed his fellow A site pusher has been taken down, but Shroom has found Tom lurking in the A arch. 4 players alive for both sides. Distant has been taken down by Shroom, giving Isuba the upper hand. As Trunk lies in wait for that B rotate. tags him up, but somehow failing to land the frag as his teammate comes round from behind and takes him out. Trunk and Sexaz versus John and Vithos. Which duo is going to win this round? I think it's going to be BallerS. The bomb has been dropped. They do know where it is. There is one in gay corner, and Trunk has failed to get the kill. Vithos laying in the grass, waiting patiently as Sexaz pushes around behind. There is one in flowers, but if he picks, Sexaz can just pick off the well guy early. Sure, as he has indeed done, surely he can win this round, but John takes down Sexaz, and it's 1 versus 1. And the bomb is going B, but John, no fool, manages to get him on the rotate.
No, it seems the Isuba side are standing strong as BallerS are sitting inside on defense, and the attack holding up pretty well now. Going to be taking away here with Rapture as he's yet to get a frag. See if we can give him some luck. See if 300 people sparkling their fingers at their screen might just give him what he needs to pick up a frag. Yeah. And he is being pushed from top market. Does get taken out. Unfortunately, won't be able to pick up anything. Does land an assist though, but it's not going to be what we're looking for. And it seems Isuba just dominating through mid at the moment. Vithos fighting back, takes out Trunk. 2-on-2 once again, just like the previous round. Can BallerS take it away once again? Sexaz is moving in onto that bomb site. He's got to be careful about where he plants. He's going to be drawing out some nade from the BallerS side. Vithos flashes into that arch. John takes him out. And now it is down to Mysak for Isuba. Can he bring this one back for his team? I believe Sexaz has actually heard him drop in. Sorry, not Sexaz. Has Vithos heard him drop into that arch? John's not peeking out. He's waiting for that bomb to go down. Vithos is actually going to be pushing into the... Sorry, Mysak pushes into the arch. And John coming in from behind takes out Mysak, preventing his teammate dropping.
Obviously, for those who are new to the game, the attacking side is known to be the harder of the two. So if Isuba can just get 6-6, it's going to be a very promising start to the map for them. They do seem to be getting control of the middle area. That does seem to be vital so far in the game. As indeed, Trunk has dropped down, but the BallerS side has seemed to have cottoned on with Tom trying to retake and pushing that market steps area. I think the scope is over on the arches area. Defending that bomb site as John does find Shroom contesting in that A arch. It looks like Isuba are going to go for the A rotate. They do have to be careful. They are getting pushed from middle. As indeed, Trunk has been spotted. How he hasn't heard his footsteps coming from behind, I'll never know. As distance does get taken out. Very promising round here from Isuba, as they do have control of the A site. The remaining 2 players are in the middle and are rotating. And one has just given himself away at the cost of an Isuba player. Bombs have gone down, and Isuba fall back to heavily fortified defensive positions. And it's going to take a miracle for BallerS to take this round away. Going to have to be a mistake from Isuba that's going to cost them this round, and it's something they really shouldn't be doing at this stage in the game. One of the Isuba players has managed to push up as Sexaz does take down Vithos. Rupture here, knowing is in a whole heap of trouble. He's alone, isolated on that in that gay corner area, as he does have to push across the canopy, exposing himself. It was a last-ditch plea, and Mysak will take him out. 3 apiece once again. This is yet another close map from both teams, Dennis.
Definitely, but this time we do see a couple of players standing up more than others, which is Defensa currently on 149, Rapture on 0 for 146, and it's the guy we're going to be picking it up with once again. Let's see if he might have a little bit of better luck. He has changed his weapon up from an AK to an M4, hoping that a little bit less recoil and a little bit less damage might help him out to pick up a frag. Shroom starting us off there, does take out Vithos. Vithos replying back onto Finn. So we do see Rapture with his first frag of this map, taking out Shroom. John onto Mysak, and it looks like a lot is going right for BallerS at the moment. And it is Sexaz as your last man standing. He is over on that A side, he's got his bomb just behind him. There is a player pushing up on him, and it is Tomsky who's going to shut him down in the head. BallerS getting that 1-round lead.
That'll be crucial. Obviously, with both teams being so even, so crucial, every round counts. Just to keep the momentum, keep the teamwork going is going to be tough for both teams. Going into this round, there was Tomsky has darted forward towards those front A windows, anticipating an A push, but an A push is not coming. All the Isuba side seems to be swinging around towards B as Finty getting the early frag up. Fire is exchanged towards that front wooden house areas. Vithos lands a nade, lands a frag, and Tomsky takes down Mysak. Finte and Trunk remaining for Isuba against 4 of the BallerS players. Distant taking down Trunk with an M4, and Finte knows he's got a lot to do here. Does have the bomb as one is pushing from the steps. If you can land one, rotate to A, he may stand a chance, but John is not going to give him that chance, shutting him down as BallerS have just taken a second round on the trot.
It seems so. It seems like they're building a little bit of momentum, but Isuba not so confident on their B push. Pretty much all flopped into the B side at the same time as Vithos had thrown a nade, and of course that allowed him that chance to pick up those 2 quick frags. It looks like they're going forward once again, and there's only one player to find here on this B side. It is Vithos. He's going to be taken out. Troom easily shutting him down, and the rest of that Isuba side should be falling into this bomb site any second. And it seems like it was Mr. Rapture who should have been at the top of that site, wasn't there in time, and has allowed Isuba to push into this B site. We do see the smoke start coming out now as they try and prevent Rapture seeing that bomb go down. Fencer does get it down though. Rapture lands a couple of shots. X-Axis pushes up, takes him down. Isuba bringing it back just to a 1-round lead as it is now 5-4 in favor of BallerS.
And that's how Isuba should play that B push. They got in there, they got aggressive, and they didn't stack up and get taken out in large clusters. That's beautiful play from that team. It just shows what they're capable of when they get the game in their control. Distant though, managing to take one down in the B alley as Tom pushes up on the steps. Isuba in a heap of trouble here. They've lost map control and BallerS have taken it all. As Tomsky nades Troom. Troom's going to be kicking himself, falling into that nade. And Myzak and Finte remain against the BallerS side. Could we see a team ace? No, we won't, as Myzak will find Distant with a back nade. Back windows nade, I do apologise. There is one proning on the steps waiting. So I do believe Gaycon at 2 peak. But John is giving nothing. He has got the angle. He knows where to peek and he's not going to overexpose himself. He doesn't want to give that A site over to Isuba as his teammates are relying on him. John obviously hearing his teammates rotate will be taking down Finte as bullets are raining in from that jump area. He is high up. John doesn't seem to know that and he's just spot aiming that bomb that has been dropped so close to the A site. John taking down Myzak and winning BallerS a 6th round.
Now, BallerS, of course, will be happy with a 7-5, putting them 2 rounds into the lead, but ideally they're looking for that 8-4 scoreline, which is definitely available to them right now, and they're going to be putting all their efforts towards that. And we just see Trunk pushing forward, see if he'll catch a nade. No, he won't. He's going to be moving over this wall. Should be able to pick up a frag. Yeah, will he be able to do it? Oh man, he's tagged up Tomsky a whole bunch of times. Tomsky somewhere the way still alive, and is actually going to be pushing up the stairs more for some other reason, completely overexposing himself. Trunk finishing him off, and Troom taking out Vithos. That's both SMGs down for the BallerS side. It's going to allow a lot of free movement over here on this B site as Distant tries to prevent Isuba pushing in. Takes out Troom. Has spotted another towards this Fencer side, but again we see these smokes coming out, and this is going to stop Distant to an extent, but Trunk picks up an SMG, takes out Distant, and now it is all down to Rapture. He's in this mid area, takes out one. He's still got 2 more to find. Sorry, I make that 3, but X-Axis dropping in from behind is going to quickly shut him down, and now BallerS really need to get this last round.
Like I said, this is the round that could win or lose in the game. And going to the second half on an even playing field, it's going to be such an advantage for the team, as Trunk has indeed pushed through. Distant giving themselves the early advantage, and Tom once again has pushed through. Trunk waiting for him, taking him down as Trunk pushes through to that A site without fear. One is waiting in that spawn house area. Does he know he's there? Don't think he does, as Trunk is getting tagged. It's getting pushed from all sides and he will get taken down. Troom and Sexas, the last 2 players for Isuba against John, Vithos, and Vithos' second from the BallerS side. We'll try and flick through quickly and see if I can find him. Troom does have the bomb on B. He is pinned down. They do know where he is. And his teammate is in a whole heap of trouble. Trying to push up. He has spotted the scope. He knows he doesn't stand a chance with that SMG. And he does have to try and push through. Do something, but there's not much he can do. He has been spotted. Maybe he's going to get wallbanned through that booth. He is in a dangerous area. He must know that. He might push through if the scope fails that wallbang once again, but Sexas finds Vithos in that B arch area as Isuba have started to take control of the B site. There is still that scope on the top, but there isn't much he can do if Troom manages to get himself behind the cover of the B bomb site. He does have his teammate up next to him. He doesn't want to drop the bomb in his sight. That's why he has dropped it. They are trying to wallbang the unwallbangable wall, and it's just not working for them. They are trying to get the bomb down, and there's not much they can do except dart back and forwards, trying to cover his teammate. They do try and get the explosive down before the time trickles away, and they have in fact managed to do it. Troom needs to take down one, then he can focus the second, but he fails. John managing to take out Troom. Sexas finding John, and Distant against Vithos. Against Sexas, sorry, we do have a shoutcasting bug. Sexas does spot up Distant. This could be it. This could be too crucial, and Sexas has, with the aid of his teammates, taken this into even territory. This could be so crucial, and it's going to be so interesting to see how this affects Isuba going on to the arguably easier side.
A quick ready-up should be coming in from both of these sides. Both of these sides completely amped up now for the second half as it does quickly go underway. And let's take it right away here with one of the scopes. Who can we find? We'll find Fence to see if he can do something here on the defending side of the scope right off the bat. Will it be going for any of those ball bangs? Yes, he will. Will he connect with anything though? Nothing as of yet. And we do see Dustin actually getting that shot there onto MySack. Fence is going to be rotating his cover over towards that A side as Shroom takes Tomsky with the barrel explosion. That's always a little bit of an embarrassing one. Fencer lands a shot onto Rapture. Trunk takes out Vithos, and ballers are quickly falling to the guns of Isuba. And now it is all down to Distant, 1 versus 4. He is hearing some bullets off to his right. Trunk's is gonna peek through, and Distant does drop. And as I said that line, I remember the old saying, "What were Isuba? Drop your weapons."
I was actually thinking that same thing right there. About to say, go back to the old phrase, the old line that Paradox crew used to bang on out. We are Isuba, drop your weapons. The game is over, but of course the game is not over quite yet. Ballers know they've got a tight game ahead of them, and they are going to try with all their heart to try and pull this game back into their favour. They've not been, I don't think Isuba so far have been around in the lead for too long so far in this game. I don't think ballers want to give them that confidence that they've not had so far. Trunk will find Rapture, however, and it might not be up to ballers' decision whether they're going to get that round or not. Vithos taking down Myzak though, and 2 players remain for Isuba, Truma and Sexas versus Tomsky, Vithos, and I do believe
Distant.
It's Distant, sorry. The shoutcasting overlay is messing with my mind this evening. Sexas taking down Distant though, and it's 2 apiece. One player has given us the game away and does die. Tomsky going down as well. Troom versus Vithos, and Vithos gets the better of him, going prone, getting that reduced crosshair, and managing to take him out before he takes too much damage. 7 apiece, and this game's just too close to call.
It is completely too close. I thought Isuba would, at least be having a formidable distance by this point in time, but it doesn't seem to be going that way. And again, we'll see these SMGs meeting up in mid. Vithos taking out Trunk as the action already heats up. Troom's pushed all the way over mid, should be able to pick up a frag or 2 here. Can he find anything? He does do so, takes out Tomsky as Tomsky tries to drop into mid, reinforcing with his teammates, but it doesn't seem to be going that way, and now Troom's going to be falling back into this mid area. Vithos grabbing a frag onto Sexaxis and Fenter. It's his 3rd of the round now, as Troom decides to catch up with his frags. He's taken out 2. Can he get a 3rd of his own? He does do so. Takes out John. Vithos is your last man standing for the ballers side. He does not have the bomb anywhere near him, and he's got quite a distance to fall back, but it seems that Isuba know the bomb's there, and they're going to be setting up a point of defense around their bomb site, or around the bomb. And they're going to try and stop Vithos picking this bomb up. Of course, Vithos pushing forward. He knows that those players are going to be around there somewhere. He has spotted Troom, but Troom coming out on top has got that 8k for that long distance advantage, and is going to take him out, bringing it to an 8-7 scoreline as Isuba take that 1-round lead.
Once again, like you just previously mentioned, Isuba do have the round advantage. They need to carry this through, try and build up a big gap now, put some pressure onto ballers. But Troom is in a bit of trouble here. If they do manage to be, he is alone, he is isolated. But Sexas and Myzak have shut down that B offensive. One player sat in car park trying to put a bit of pressure, stopping the Isuba side from stacking on their B, but that's no use when the boiler side have dropped left, right and centre. Trunk does have the bomb right in front of him in what could possibly be the best position on the map. Trunk trying to get the frag, failing to get the red, but manages to get the kill on the last few bullets in the chamber. 7-9 now, and Isuba just need 1 or 2 more rounds, and they really will be pulling this game into their favour.
Now, Isuba, I will say, are really pushing up on that mid side. They're really being aggressive and, denying the opportunity for ballers to push into that mid area. We see Trunk once again landing a frag there onto John. Sorry, I believe it was actually onto Vithos. John being taken out in the process, and Distance get naded. So, Fencer picking up a second one, taking out Rapture. And Tom is the last man standing already. Trunk does get taken out though, but there's still 3 players alive he needs to find. Pulls out his deagle, tries to land something else. Fencer won't happen. There is a player towards his backside in the form of Troom, but Troom's not going to be giving away his position. He doesn't need to just yet. Of course, Tomsky has got that bomb with him, and Fencer will land the shot there onto Tomsky, taking him to 10-7. and it seems that BallerS at the moment are just crumbling, and I don't even want to imagine what their team speak sounds like right now.
I think Tomski was actually having a moment of hysterics there. The dead corpse laying in front of him, spewed at all angles that no human body can ever lay at. But Tomski, recovering from his ailment, will find Trunk in that A arch. He does have 2 players more to find though. Just realise this and gets taken down by Sexaz. BallerS have the man advantage, but Finte is tagged up as they do try and push over towards that alternate site. Myzak trying to rotate speed, trying to stop that bomb plant while Sexaz finishes off Vithos. Myzak just millimetres away from one, tries to get him down. Aim not so good, but managing to land that frag. He will try and get the second onto the B bomb side, but Finte beats him to the punch. Last player standing now for BallerS is distant once again. Spotting one on that red car, takes down one at the top, tries to take him down, fails, stops shooting as Sexaz spins round, takes him out. Distant is not going to be happy, he's not going to be smiling, he is going to be down in the dumps, and Isuba just need 2 more rounds to take this final.
That was one of those moments where your eyes just go like a complete owl, you know, stretch as wide as they can, and you stare at your screen trying to analyze what the hell just happened. But we're already moving on here into the 19th round now. Myzak starting off strong, taking out Rapture. Vithos is also dropped. Distant goes down to Troom's SMG, and John's the only one to fight back so far as Myzak takes out Tom, and it's all down to John to bring it back for his team. If he loses this, he'll be putting Isuba on the game point, not only map point but the game point, the overall score. And now Isuba have got 5 rounds to win this finals.
GG already going out by Vithos, just showing the demoralised state of the BallerS side. Kind of have to feel sorry for them. They played so hard, so frantically throughout the whole of the game, and now they just seem to be giving up. But John is not going to go down without fight. Nading Troom as Tomski pushes towards the AR. He has been spotted as bullets are trying to rain in. His teammates are trying to help him out, as indeed they do, shutting down Sexaz, defending that A site. It's not over yet for the BallerS side. 3 players remain against the 4 of BallerS. Vithos just getting taken down by Myzak, as Finte will get wallbanged by Tom. Beautiful play there by Tom. How he knew he was there, I'm not quite sure. He may have had some sound. I'm slightly confused as to what just happened. Trunk remaining in the arch will spot Tom, but Tom spots him first, taking him out. And BallerS need to get 4 rounds in a row to get this, take it to overtime, whereas Isuba just need that 1.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they started off with 5. They've taken a 1, and any score they get closer now is just going to be, you know, a better finalizing score for them in the end. But you know, facing the facts, they are currently really down. They've got a massive hill to climb. It's completely possible though, but they really got to give it their all. We do see Tomski pushing up mid once again, getting that early pick onto Troom. And so far only 1 player dropping from each side. Sexaz takes out Rapture. Tomski's trying to push up, trying to bait out a frag here in front of him, but Myzak comes in from behind, takes him out. BallerS now down to 2 players. Distance trying to go for their bomb plant, although the spray's coming out. He has been tagged up. He stands up. Oh, narrowly misses that bomb plant. John is now your last man standing. Can he pull this one back for his team? Spray's coming in from all sides. There's 3 players left for Isuba, and this is the final round, the only round that Isuba still need to win this one. And John has been flashed. Bullets coming out from, again, all directions, but John actually lands the frag there onto Trunk. Bomb on the ground. Of course, Myzak is still sitting in that arch. They're not going to peek out now. They're going to wait for him to push forward. Finte rings off a scope shot in the direction of John. John, once again, heavily tagged up by Myzak's AK spray. Can he land anything? Finte's going for the repeat. No, he's not. He's rather falling back. Time is running out, and Isuba are pressuring John into going for this bomb plant. John needs to make a definitive move here. Either move onto their bomb site or go for the frags. Sounds like he is dropping down. Finte moving into position for this final kill to signal this game win, and he does close it off there onto John, and that'll be Isuba taking the Call of Duty 4 Arctic Challenge first place. BallerS taking second, and I believe it is, or the third place is still being played off, but either way, GG's all round, as you can see. Well played from both teams, but Isuba coming out on top.
Definitely been a great tournament throughout, and just a last shout out to the sponsors who made the tournament possible. It's been great to have them and see them supporting our scene, so hats off to you guys for coming along and making it all possible.
So yeah, that has been it for Quad V this evening, guys. We will be back with more action this coming, if not this week, definitely next week with the finals of the Corsair Vengeance Challenge. We will be seeing Lowland Lions take on a Nexus after Nexus had a fantastic game against Team Dignitas. Of course, knocking them out the competition. So yeah, Lowland Lions versus Team Dignitas next week. The proposed date is Wednesday, but of course, do keep your eyes and ears open on the forums or on the Quad V website for more news updates. But that has been it from myself, Peter, and Menace. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.
Good night.